Anderson Britton. Underway in Manhattan. Special teams have been an issue at times to start this year for K-State, but not now. Outstanding return, Nuremberg. Shoved out of bounds in plus territory. And the Cats are in business to start. Nuremberg with a fumble on a return attempt last week. He returns the opening kick, 44 yards this weekend. Early touch for Joe Jackson. The hero on the game-winning touchdown grab over North Dakota. Caleb Fortner. Not exactly in the best mood when we met with them yesterday here in Manhattan. Expectations high for both sides. On third down, crossing pattern is there, as well as the first down. Matt Wells, the new offensive coordinator this season for K-State. The handoff and a crease and a big gain on the ground. The first time for Joe Jackson and another first down. Now the first time we've seen Devon Rice. A scat back at 5'9", an early touch right off the bench and stacked up, driven down quickly.
Well, and for Army, they just want to be able to play solid fundamental football.
Play action, Johnson slings it, and a pass corralled right near the line to gain. Stopped about a yard shy. It was Duran Tibbs.
That's why they're pretty excited about Avery Johnson's developmental curve.
Deep handoff, Jackson, and stopped short of the line to gain. He's going to lose a yard. Caleb Fortner again. Went over North Dakota. It was of the comeback variety. This attempt inside the right hash from 34 in Rodriguez. Continues a solid start. K-State place kicker. This play from a phone booth. Tight formation. Late pitch. Needs to cross the 35, and there it is. Noah's short.
Here in first and long like this is not where they want to be.
Run the option again. The other way, and Helens is going to be bottled up. Austin Romaine. And a loss of 3. A big stop for K-State. Second and long.
Austin Romaine, the leading tackler. Just watch him diagnose this and then get upfield. This is how you have to...
Second down and 18. Not where the Army offense wants to live tonight. Helens twisting and turning back across the 30. A 4-yard gain. Romaine again the tackle. Knights have yet to attempt to pass. Helms wants to do it here. Now escapes the pocket straight ahead. Well short of the line to gain. Stop at the 38-yard line. D. Price on the field. Not a carry so far this season. A redshirt freshman. That'll continue. The crosser is there. J.B. Bradley as we send you back to the studio, and Matt Berry. First time those two teams have tangled since 2011. And after a first down gain by Bradley, Braden Lofton down in 7 to the incompletion. Johnson with plenty of time, surveys. Jackson stopped short.
Back in the classroom again. He is a fun guy to talk to.
You got excited, I got excited. K-State offsides there, and the quick toss to Samari Howard.
See what K-State can do in order to prevent that.
Howard went in motion. Helms is going to keep it. He makes the right read and rumbling across the 35. 3rd and 2. Helms surveys, and now around the right side. He's got the first down.
He's up for the challenge.
Quarterback follow. That's 2 on 3rd and 2. Pitch to short. Had some real estate for a moment. The burst to the 45 and drop there. A gain of 4. The Army unable to convert on 4th down. The field, Devon Rice, the scat back with the move. Crossing the 35. The gain of 13 on first down.
It's just a real good job getting some double teams at the point of attack. Pulling the guard in the tight end. And kind of a counter trade.
It's the running back and a fan imploring K-State to try it one more time. Hit the X button, why not? Rice, a stutter step. A nifty move across the 30. 2.5 minutes into our second quarter. A 3-0 ball game. Johnson fires low. The pass corralled by Jace Brown.
Have to come into play.
Low snap. Johnson with time. Firing for the end zone. Has a man. And the pad is caught in the back corner. Duran Tibbs.
Big time throw. Gets one-on-one coverage. 0 coverage. They sent the house. Defensive back got there early. Duran Tibbs is still able to make the catch. That is a fantastic throw and even better concentration on the part you keep making throws like that, they're going to be talking about you in a very, very complimentary way.
Black Knights get it back. Helms in his first career start. The late pitch on the option. Noah short. Plenty of real estate and a first down crossing the 40-yard.
This is what you can't do. If you're Logan Bartley out here, number 10, the safety, and you're responsible for the pitch, you see number 10's eyes, you see him on the quarterback. No one is out here for the pitch. That is an easy read for Cale Helms, and you see it there. You can see Bartley. He's got his eyes on the quarterback. And you just wonder in this defense whether or not ability to run the ball between the tackles, and he's going to have to play a big role.
They want Short to be a focal point of the offense. They'll fake the jet sweep action. And Helms, near side run. Austin Romaine ready and waiting. No gain.
Now watch Austin Romaine and watch how he is keying the pullers. And look how fast he gets off the spot. Defensive backs on an island. That's not something they do very often. They like to play a lot of shell coverage, a lot of zone coverage. They're getting back to it here.
Rice is going to be corralled near the 10. It'll be 3rd and long. Andon Thomas, the captain.
And Justin Weaver tied up.
Third down.
You see Justin Weaver with his hands up into the face of Jace Brown.
The dedication to his craft as leading receiver for K-State. Reps needed here on 3rd and long. Johnson escapes. Buys some time. Floats it. Enough for the first down to Garrett Oakley. And upended crossing the 30.
Good patient quarterback play.
3rd and 10. A gain of 21. First down. Jackson with all kinds of green ahead of him. Still on his feet into Army territory, and they will rule him out. He did pick up the first, but a gain of just 15.
You're going to see this alley open up perfectly for Joe Jackson. Right now, the running back's giving them the mileage that they want.
He'll take that. That means that Johnson perhaps doesn't have to run it as much. He will here. And a first down scamper, twisting towards the 45.
That they needed to have to win the football game against North Dakota.
Johnson through his progressions and crossing the 35. Cool, calm, and collected. K-State quarterback, now a junior. Deep give to the edge. Perimeter run by Devon Rice. 8 to 10 pounds of good weight going back to last year. Play action. Crossing pattern. Brown able to corral it. Finally lost control for a moment. And Chase Brown now in the red zone.
See if they can somehow, at the very least, hold him to 3.
This time it's Jackson. Met with resistance at the 15. Driven backwards, a short gain. Caleb Fortner was there.
Let him make some decisions here.
Perfect on 3rd down thus far. K-State needs 7. On the move again. Here comes the pressure. Johnson bought some time. Low delivery pass corralled right at the line to gain by Tibbs.
And that would have been 6 as well.
Rodriguez from 38. And K-State tacks on another 3.
Won't let him pitch it out to him. This perfect defense.
There's the pitch to Noah Short. Weaving his way through traffic. It'll be 3rd and short.
Through the football, they had wide receivers open on the 4th down play to Carson Smith that they didn't convert. And there you see Cale Helms.
As a strong safety, a good start so far for BJ. Tackle there at 2nd and 1. Helms again wants to run it. And again picks up the first. This Army offense led America in rushing last year. 100 yards per game. They faked the toss sweep, and the pressure came in quick from Desmond Purnell. So after a loss of 3, they'll take the play. Helms to the air. High delivery. And Samari Howard. 3rd and 7. The quick snap to Helms. Quick delivery again. High pass. Brought in cleanly by Brady Anderson. So the 2nd catch of his career.
As far as catching the ball down the field in the seams.
First time in plus territory tonight for this Army offense. Helms keeps it. Across the 30. A big gain on 1st down. And now Helms will take off again. That was a quick decision across the 25-yard line. And another stop at Stufflebean. On 3rd down, Helms. Post pattern and across the 5-yard line. It is grabbed. It'll be 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. Reed and Howard. The Army backfield. The other direction. Howard's going to be sandwiched out of bounds at the 2. B.J. Payne laid the lumber.
A lot of faith in his place kicker being what happened last week.
This is the game winner. An all-or-nothing play on 4th and goal. Helms retreats. Wide open in the end zone. And it's Corral for the touchdown. Mr. Brady Anderson. We'll get the football to start the second half too, Lewis.
You just see there's confusion in the Kansas State secondary about what the man coverage responsibilities were. You cannot have those kind of miscommunication errors when you're talking about being down on the goal line.
On first down. Linebackers stepping right behind each other. And Cale Helms, his confidence has to be soaring. Army with 4 third down conversions on that final scoring drive. Here comes the action, and Helms is going to be swallowed up. Wildcats get it back after forcing the 3 and out. Just underway in our second half. Play action, Avery Johnson, Jace Brown. And a first down just shy of midfield. Chris Button with more on the Cats offense to start the second. To think about it. Lewis Riddick, Roy Philpott, Chris Button back in Manhattan. Army in position. After forcing the punt, Noah Short, a late pitch. Racing ahead towards the 14. He's brought down there, a gain of 3.
I may want to get him out on the perimeter and have him throw it a little bit more.
Late toss and a trick play, wide open. They've got him in. Anderson had to wait for it into K-State territory. Noah Short with a brilliant delivery. It got there. It took some time, and Army will take it.
And you're just going to see the double pass, or rather you see the tight end, Brady.
Couple of impressive grabs by Anderson, including the touchdown. Helms dives ahead. And a quality gain on second and medium. It'll be third down and short. How about Cale Helms in his first start? Placing Bryson Daly from a year ago. Carson Smith weaves his way into the red zone for Army. And a 5-yard gain. 4th and 3, Helms. To Hayden Reed to the edge, and he'll move the chains. Well, that's one way to do it. Reed, you think about him in terms of power, short with the speed, but it was Reed that got to the edge. Teddy Williams back on the field at right tackle after one play. Helms off the counter, and snapped up. Right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be third down and long. K-State ready. Newsome met him, number 23 in purple.
That is such an interesting play design. You think they're going to run the option out to your right, but they pull.
Shotgun look for Helms. With time and now racing ahead, looking for a pass. Spun down at the 5. I thought if he just stayed north-south, he had a chance. Helms waiting for an open receiver, now takes off near the goal line, and he's in. Carson Smith in the backfield, Helms under center. Over the left side of the line, and he's across, in for the touchdown. And Army an extra point away from grabbing its first lead of this game. Almost a full quarter game time off the clock in the process. Norenberg, a big return to start the game of 44 yards. With another 3, here, and there he goes. Bryce Norenberg, one man to beat. And he does it. Touchdown, K-State. There are no flags.
By K-State, just watch the double team they're about to get right here at the point of attack. And watch the runner come right off of it.
K-State offense on the field as Jace Brown goes in motion. Johnson across the middle. There it is, and the 2-point conversion is good. Jerron Tibbs. Under 2 to go in the third. Helms a handoff over the right side, and I don't think so. B.J. Payne from his strong safety position indicating it's 4th down. And now it's Helms. Quarterback follow. That's enough for the first and a lot more. Helms into K-State territory. Stopped by Quay Moss. 2 give him 16.
Just look at the blocking here at the point of attack. And then watch Helms just pick and then get outside. Just look at the movement that they get. And then Helms just finds a way to get his body sideways and squeeze through a crease. Just look at the massive bodies just getting pushed. Just bear down and figure out a way to get a stop.
Helms hasn't thrown a pass in the second half. That continues. Quarterback draw. First down, Army. And across the 40-yard line, Cale Helms. And as a defensive player, it starts to wear on you. To the edge, Noah Short, another first down for the Black Knights. Stays in bounds to the 16. Well, Smith again, an outstanding block to spring number 15 for Army.
Just all the different ways that they can get on the perimeter here with time of possession, racking up the yardage.
Helms throws it, Short catches it. Modest gain just across the 15, and let's see where they spot it. And a 35-yard attempt inside that left hash, and Dawson Jones powers that one through. Since the first quarter. Squib kick, that's right off the up back, and the Black Knights are on top of it.
One on Phil is that the ball touched the receiving team member and recovered by the kicking team. First down, Army.
You see, that was a designed attempt at kicking the ball right into the front line dropper. And you're just going to see it. It goes right here. A line drive shot. And as you're retreating from that front line, I mean, that's almost impossible to get out of the way of that. You see, the front line dropper did a nice job.
Second and 9. Collision in the backfield. Helms is able to maintain his balance. Something out of nothing, stopped in midfield by Powers. Helms will buy some time to the edge. Has to go, and he gets there. Was walloped at the 45, Justice Clemens.
And Kansas State's defense remains on the field.
Riggs Bartosh on the field again. The option play in the pick. Quality gain on first down to David Clark. Helms found a gap. And the block by Carson Smith, who has sprung his quarterback free. Nothing but nail-biters for these two teams to start 2025. Their 3 combined games decided by exactly 3 points. Helms fakes double pass for a minute near the line of scrimmage. Purnell stood him up. And let's see.
That is a heck of a job by Romaine and Purnell together. You see Austin Romaine attack the line of scrimmage and take out the blocker, and Purnell, because this offensive line is getting moving at the point of attack, and the quarterback is a problem.
22 players in the box. Helms will be shoved ahead, and he's got enough for the first down. Helmet has been off on the sidelines. Bartosh back on the field. He gets another touch. A nifty cut at the line and ahead inside the 15. Matt Berry, we cannot wait, back in Manhattan. Third down. Helms has a pass into the end zone. The Black Knights back in front. 2:52 to go. At 3 for Army.
Just look at the blocking at the point of attack right here. You're going to see body on a body and people getting moved. There you see the block in particular by Carson Smith. And quarterback Cale Helms just doing his Bryson Daly impersonation and just taking this game over in his first career start. Here you look at it again. Pads down, rolling your hips on contact, running your feet.
K-State not at 100% on offense to start this drive. Avery Johnson, play 5 of the second half. And the comeback is there to Jerron Tibbs. Chris, what's the latest?
Was called back in the first quarter. He is out here in street clothes and a wrap around his left hand.
Tibbs picks up 9, second and short. Johnson with time. Tibbs again, the Purdue transfer to the 39. The entire portion of this second half. 3rd and long, Johnson goes short. Pass is hauled in. The junior quarterback Mathematics get really interesting without a conversion here. K-State has to have it. Time for Johnson. Delivers a strike, and the pass caught near midfield. That's enough to move the Sticks. One of the projected favorites in the Big 12 already with one loss this season. Into the hands of Iowa State. A close win, a comeback victory last week over North Dakota. Intercepted! And the Black Knights, Colin Madison!
Just watching right here, starting from a high alignment, walking down in the coverage, keeping his eye on the quarterback, breaking on the football, and then having the ability with one hand to snag that ball out of the air. Pressure coming up the middle on Avery. Defensive line getting their hands up, forces an errant throw. He's not able to get the ball to the place that he wants to. You make clean hits. You can test footballs on the catch point, at the catch point, and you come up with interceptions.
Mathematically, Army in position to secure the upset. And Madison, we mentioned it moments ago. What will he have in store for an encore after a game like this? Helms straight up the field.
Does he look as ticked off as he was yesterday? I mean, it's an incredible story. But for Chris Kleiman, you have to be gutted. Gutted, because everything that he feared in this football game as far as time of possession, losing that battle, defense getting worn out, not being able to run the football and take time off the clock, it all came true.